All right.
Bye, ma'am.
Yes. So we'll be starting now. So a very good evening to all of you who have joined now. And today we'll be discussing a little bit about something known as what was the science behind the beautiful architecture of our historical monuments, a few of them. Yes, I won't, because historical monuments is itself a very big topic, bigger than how much ever I can think of. So I won't be able to do all of them. I would like to give a glimpse of what this architecture is all about in this particular session. And what was the wonderful science they used as part of this architecture. And next time when you travel to any particular place after all the corona shit and everything is done, you can definitely appreciate it looking at at what you would be learning today in this particular session. So once again, as I define my rules, no child will be sitting silent in my session. All of you should be working. All of you should have your notebooks and a pen with you, so that you will be able to note down the information and you'll also be able to do the drawing when I insist you to do. Okay, kids. And one more thing, throughout the session, all of you should have a big smile, because this is such a lovely topic. So I want smiles on every face. Okay. So keeping that in mind, let me start with the session. So my workspace will be highlighted. So there I'll be writing down the points. You can write it down with me, definitely. And accordingly, we will be able to proceed to today's session. Okay, kids? So superb. All right. So yeah. Firstly, I won't be starting immediately as part of 3 styles of architecture. Basically, I will be talking about firstly historical monuments. When you say something known as historical monuments, what can be few things you get in your mind? You can just drop it in the chat box if it's enabled. What reminds you to historical monuments? Okay. Kings, oh my God. Okay, someone is a history lover. You will only write it in the chat box, dear. Tomes, creativity, okay. Fort, okay. There is an artist here. Creativity, someone is telling, okay. And what else? Manuscripts, canons, technology. Okay, somebody has spoken about technology or lifestyle. Oh my God, it's a very intricate answer. Okay, and battles. Battles is about war and warfare and all those things. Of course, warfares are something which is part of today's entertainment field. Yes, you make a lot of movies. Inscriptions, yes. Taj Mahal, yes. Guns and sword, yes. Ancient creations, yes, 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 yes. Old temples, okay. I get a nice thing today. Okay, defense, weapons. Okay, that's really nice. Okay, all kids, you are rock carvings. Very nice. Yes, very true. Yes, dear.
I wrote dinosaur bones, battles, and ancient artifacts.
Okay, dear. Okay, no, not to worry. It's been covered. I've told them means it's been covered. Okay, you can mute yourself. All right. So where I see a lot of things. So what was the wonderful science behind it, or what was it all about, or how we can, relate it to the current day science, or the science that was being prevailed from years or centuries.
What do we have to draw?
Not to worry, I'll tell you when you have to draw. You'll only make a note of it now. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. So in that case, you have a plenty of things here. So I heard about something known as artifacts. something about carvings, something about temples, something about, of course, the warfare. Warfare had a very interesting thing, for weapons and the planning of warfare. And today this has been the prominent topic of entertainment in movies. Yes, very true. And someone told me, way of life. Yes, of course it was a way of life. Just the current day is all about, similarly was the way of life, definitely, yes.
On top, I'm popping down, so I will just write now. So before, on top of way of life and the movies.
No, dear, I'm just telling weapons, planning, and all those things. It is the something which is a major topic in current day movies, which means entertainment part of life.
Yes, actually, I'm popping down.
Okay, you don't need to, you can ignore this part and do the rest of the things.
As you said, we tend to copy down the teacher.
Okay, you can ignore what you don't understand and you can watch my recording, and once again you can, learn about it. Don't worry about it. So weapons and planning was there. If you didn't understand the movie part, not an issue. I'll repeat it once again later. I'll be repeating it. Okay? Okay, sweetheart.
Joined with a lead.
Okay, you can mute yourself. All right? So superb. Way of life, definitely, yes, all of them correct. So now, in that case, when it comes to, of course, all of us know something that life originated from caves and Stone Age and so many things like that. So now, the way of life and all those things comes in this part. Living in caves, Stone Age, and whatsoever. So basically, wherever there was water, there the livelihood started. Water is one main thing which you require, based on the bank of water, started the life of every particular human being, finding their livelihood and everything. So that is something which is an entirely different topic to be dealt with, which we won't be doing it now. What we'll be doing is about, someone told about historical monuments. So about these, so yes, there was a wonderful science which was there, which included in that case. So there was so when there was construction of all such monument, different kind of architecture, because architecture is something which is different for different. If you observe the architecture of a temple is different, the architecture of a party hall is different, and so on, so on, so on, so on. Okay, when it came to the temple architecture, okay, there came the next thing, where we had three different styles of architecture.
Ma'am, it was a skilled architecture.
Of course, there was skill set involved here. It has to have a skill set, which is where the style originated. Place where there is skill, there is a style.
No, I didn't understand one thing.
Yes, dear.
I understood what you said. So, like historical monuments, wonderful signs, and temples are three styles of architecture.
Temples, current day, is classified into three different styles of architecture.
No, I am asking what are the three different styles of architecture? I don't understand.
That I'll be doing it now if you allow me.
Okay.
Thank you
Actually,
so
I
much.
thought all you taught you gave an arrow, so I thought these three things.
No issues. We'll deal with it. We'll talk about it later. Okay. Okay, dear. Okay, thank you so much. So it included 3 different styles of architecture. So I'll be showing it one by one.
Ma'am, can you just
First,
show the
we did something known as the Nagara style of architecture. So basically, this originated in Nagara is a place which is between the Vindhyas and the Himalayas. It had a particular kind of architecture wherein the topmost sanctum had the prominent feature. Okay. So even today, if you get to observe, most of this particular, this particular kind of architecture, this part is of highlight. And then there are many, small, the other partitions were of high prominence when it comes into this style of architecture. So you can see that. So there is a lot of partitions 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, and then there is a sanctum and so on. So little more, I'll be drawing the architecture, which you'll be doing at the end of the session with me. At that time, you'll have much clarity. So all you need to understand for now is there is something known as Nagara style of architecture, or the northern style, which is known as, mainly it originated from northern India, which is why, because Nagara is a place between Himalayas and the Vindhyas, and that's why it's known as Nagara style of architecture. Kindly mute yourself, kids. Okay. Okay. So the next one. Okay. So this most of the kids will be familiar with, which is known as the DRAVIDIan style or the school of architecture.
Miss, I just want to tell something. DRAVIDIAN is my surname.
What is it about? Hello? Okay. So Dravidian style of architecture is something which is very prominent in the southern part of India. Kindly mute yourself, kids. All right. Griha. Garbhagriha is where the deity is placed. Okay. I'll show the deep architecture once I finish this explaining the facts. We'll be doing a little bit drawing of it. Okay.
Ma'am, can you just show this note a little bit closer?
I didn't get you, dear. Could you please be a little louder?
Ma'am, can you please show this page a little clear?
Okay, go ahead.
Ma'am,
Yes.
do you have time, ma'am?
We'll talk about it later, dear.
Why? Because I didn't started it yet.
Okay. So followed by the next one. I hope the Dravidian style is you've got it. Next.
One doubt
What is it, dear?
in the Dravidian style. Like I didn't understand the the tower. Actually, I didn't copy its name.
No, not to worry about it. We'll be doing a drawing of it. Not to worry about it. Okay. I'll take. You'll be doing a drawing about it. You don't need to worry about it for now. Okay. So now, when it comes to this something known as the Vaisara style. So this originated from the time of Chalukyas, which is post 10th century. Okay. So this was something earlier over the northern part. There was something known as the Nagara style, which was followed, and towards the southern style, it was the Dravidian styles, which was originated. And Chalukyas were the people in whose prominent architectures you will find in places called Adami, Aihole, and Pattatkal, wherein you find a mixture of both Nagara style and your Dravidian style.
Can you please show this?
It was a mixture of both.
Can you please show
Whatever doubts you have, you can please write it out on the chat box. I'll answer for it. Kindly don't interrupt me.
No,
Okay?
Miss, I don't have a doubt. But I just
Okay, fine.
tell something that my surname is Dravidian.
Oh, not an issue, dear. Okay, nice. It's Dravidian, dear. Dravidian style.
No, my surname is Dravidian.
Okay, that's okay, dear. That's okay. That's really nice.
There is no island, so we don't call Dravidian. We call Dravidian.
Please wait.
Okay. So go ahead, kids. You can just make a note of the same.
What is the thing down of that Chalukyas?
It's known as Chalukyas, not Chalukayas. It's Chalukyas.
What's down of it?
That is the name of the kingdom. That was the name of the kingdom from where this particular style of architecture originated. Okay. Okay. So I hope everyone is a little clear about it. So next comes the discussion of the interesting facts. Okay.
Ma'am, what is that Badami whole pattern?
Those are the places here. Those are the places where you find the current all these styles of architecture. Okay. All right then. So there is a place called Hampi in Karnataka, wherein there is a temple called, something known as Vijay Vitala temple, wherein, once you hit on that particular stone, you'll be able to hear the noise. May it be, the sound of there are instruments which are carved, which are, the drums and everything. You hit it, you get that sound, exactly how your drum sounds.
Hello, ma'am.
So that is something which in physics, there is something known as the electron to electron collision. So that is one thing which is which the science was involved while constructing that particular temple. They used that kind of particular material, which was imbibed in the soapstone carving. So basically, all these olden architecture was carved with something known as soapstone, which is when you're carving it, it is very hard, which comes in the something known as the Shilpa Shastra. So once it was carved, very during the carving, it will be hard, and once you finish carving, it is going to be quite soft. So that's why even today, when you click here, touch the monuments and all those things, you find that the monuments are cold and they are smooth. It is because of that particular effect. And when you go ahead with respect to these particular temples, as places in Hampi and all those things, so you won't find deities being placed. The main reason was in those places, this thing, it was the place where how to construct the temple, the architecture is evolved, was taught. the mainly behind the science and the architecture that was involved behind the construction of temples was taught in Hampi. That is why, you know, the architecture became the unique style of architecture. Okay, who has a doubt? Now you can speak. Yeah. Yes.
Ma'am,
One at a time. One at a time. Yes.
ma'am, is the title some
Can't
interesting?
see the word, the last word. Can you tell that word, whatever it is? Dravida.
You don't need to worry about it, sweetheart. It's Dravidian. That's it. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Ma'am, where is Badami located?
It's in Karnataka, dear.
ma'am, are there some interesting signs?
Of course, there is interesting science because next temple you'll get to know the interesting science behind it. That's what I told you about the soapstone architecture. The soapstone, while carving it, it is going to be very hard and then it becomes smooth. And the big temple of Tanjore, it is exactly in the 0 degrees, not even here and there. Okay, it is exactly 0 degrees. And when the shade falls, nowhere the shade falls. Once the sun exactly at 12 o'clock. Okay, that is the interesting science behind it. And massive structure. It is a 90 feet gopuram. The bigger behind part, this part that you see is a 90 feet thing. And yeah, so just imagine if it has to be 90 feet, underneath also, they have to go 90 feet or more than that because the foundation has to stay so strong. 90 feet of stone is not less in mass. So much only go down also.
Ma'am, so they created a just like a stairs to climb the
They didn't create a stairs, sweetheart. They don't create a stairs at all. The underground stairs has an entirely different and a unique concept that comes in one of the temples in northern India, which I won't be dealing with right now. There's a very different science behind that.
Ma'am, where this temple is located?
This is in Tamil Nadu, Tanjore. Okay, this is the proper example of a Dravidian temple.
Okay, ma'am,
And
thanks.
And the interesting part of this particular temple also, if you want to destroy it, if you want to think of destroying also, how many years it has taken to get constructed, so many years you require. That is the interesting part of this temple. If it has taken, because the stone and this thing is so massive, if you want to try to destroy it also, it cannot break so easily. That is the science in that. So I hope this is one of the, even today, from the time I started my research till today, it's been an interesting topic for me to read. Okay, moving forward, the next one. So yes, everyone would have a question. So there was a kingdom called the Hoysala kingdom. Okay, Hoysala kingdom ruled somewhere in the parts of the Karnataka part. Of course, the northern. So the entire shape of the temple is carved on a star base. You have a star base. So it's completely star shaped. One interesting fact about why it is star shaped is there has been solar eclipse and there will be lunar eclipse also. We have never heard that eclipse. So that was something they used it. According to many, books that I have read about. So that is one more interesting part. And again, it's a carving from soapstone. So, but yeah, currently it is ruined because of the invasion of Alauddin Khilji. All right. So now,
Pronunciation.
what dear?
The pronunciation of the
Hoysaleshwara temple. Hoysaleshwara temple. Yes.
Ma'am, where this temple is located?
This temple is located once again in Karnataka. Okay. So you can make a note of it.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So now you can all pull out your drawing material. So that we will, make the little bit of, differentiate between 3 different styles of architecture. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen. Yes, dear.
Just share the Tanjore temple
You want me to share the Tanjore temple picture or that slide?
slide.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
Yes.
can I say
Tanjore
something?
temple is located in Tamil Nadu, right?
Ma'am, can I say
No.
something?
Yes, dear.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I was saying
ma'am, in
that
Tamil,
can you
where
show
is
me the slide of
Tanjore?
the big temple?
One
located?
at a time. One at a time. Who's the girl who is speaking? Yes. Speak up. Speak up.
Yes, I
Where
was
is
just
Tanjore?
telling that point. Actually, I was just copying this.
You were shopping. What were you shopping, dear?
Oh, ma'am, I was copying this.
Copying this. Okay. You can copy it even now. No issues. I'll start with the drawing here. And
Ma'am.
then who had a doubt?
Ma'am, where is this Tanjore?
This
temple
Tanjore
located?
is located in Tamil Nadu. Somebody just told you. Yes, dear. Okay. So fantastic. So now let's proceed with our.
How will it develop the brain?
Okay. So I'll just stop sharing my screen.
See, both I gave one only.
Kindly mute yourself, kids. Whomsoever is speaking at the background, I'll quickly give this, style. Okay. So a little bit about the northern style. I'll show you the side face. Okay. I'll just, make two partitions of this so that the difference is taught in a single sheet only.
Miss, what are we doing?
We are doing the, just a rough skeleton of how a northern Nagara style of temple looks and how a southern style of temple looks.
Okay.
Okay. So now, there is something that is known as the axis.
Hello? In this lecture of her.
Oh God.
I can't properly see your camera.
Yes, ma'am. it
Then
will
you
be
have to
live.
leave the meeting and see the join the meeting, dear.
No, no. Ma'am,
We cannot see the line.
it is live.
Ma'am, can you draw it with a marker so
All have to wait here because I've just started this particular thing. Okay. Okay.
Ma'am,
So
the
now
drawing is not, it's blurry.
you have to wait, sweetheart. You have to wait. You have to wait till I start doing it. You need to wait. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So this is the one particular axis that you need to get a rough line, a rough vertical line, so that that becomes the base axis. Okay. Followed by, this is the northern style of architecture that I'm doing. I'm teaching you. Okay. Followed by, this is in this shape. Okay. There is a shikhara, there is a garbhagriha, and where you place your deity and everything. Okay. And then followed by is this, which are mandapams. Okay.
Ma'am, it is northern style. Am I correct?
Yes, this is northern style, dear. Okay, I hope I have to open another page, not an issue. Okay. I'll mark, I'll also name it, not to worry. Okay. So a little bit of how it used to be or how it will be. Here comes the deity. Okay, this is the place where the direct sun falls and where the day is placed.
After completing this drawing, can we just show it in the full scale view?
Can we just?
Can you just show it in the entire view?
The entire PPT will be shared with all of you kids, not to worry.
No,
Okay.
not the PPT. After completing this drawing, can you show it? Can you show this drawing quite clearly?
Of course, I'll be showing here. Of course, I'll be showing, not to worry. Okay. And followed by this is going to be,
Ma'am,
yes.
I can't see your pencil chart. Can you draw orderly? I can't see.
This one I'm able to focus the camera and I'm able to check it on my system also, dear. So just check if there is any problem with the system, and if there is a network issue, you can just leave it and join the meeting once again. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah. And then followed by there was to be zigzag structures, mainly because why is a zigzag structure usually there? It's once again a science concept.
It's, I guess.
To maintain the gravity of the entire,
Temple.
entire width, mass here. So you get the Newton's laws of motion, where you get to find weight is nothing but a force. Okay, and over here, so you have this way. Let me rename all these for you kids. So, okay, all these three, let me name it for you. Okay, I'll name it for you in the marker or the black pen so that it's quite visible.
So, ma'am, can you scroll it to the right?
Wait, dear.
Can you make it
But can you keep the whole photo? Okay, once I finish, I'll just post it also, and currently you can just do it with me. Okay, kids? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just,
Ma'am, what is the meaning of mandras?
It's not mandras, it is mandapams. Mandapams. Mandapam is a place where, there is the shelter which is starting. Okay. So, okay, this place
Ma'am, once can you show the whole picture?
wait, dear, wait. I'm just doing it, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, till what time this session is going to be?
It's almost over, dear.
Ma'am, can I go a little bit left? I could not see one part.
Because it's yet not completed, dear. You have to wait.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
if you have to, because I'm also trying with you.
Ma'am, we should erase the axis.
No, dear, access is has to be, because there's a place where there is. And I took in my previous, you know, my previous session on nature, I did explain about the of the basic elements of. Okay. So we have this particular entire architecture being visible this way. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, but say something.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Can you just can you just send the photo of the drawing after class is over?
Of
Then
course, I will be doing it by default here, not to worry.
not completed actually.
No issues, no issues. I'll be sending it. And this one is.
And ma'am, is it access Monday?
Yes.
Amalaka? And
This Monday, and this is.
Ma'am, can you scroll it to the left?
1 second, kids.
ma'am, ma'am, what have you written after access Monday?
Shikhara.
Can you just move it a little? To the
Same. That is Garbhagriha, and the place where inside the Garbhagriha you place.
That is only the session about, or you will southern style also.
So this is the northern style of architecture.
ma'am, Amalaka.
I'll write a description about all of it and also post it, not to worry. All right.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, can you please add me in the group because I'm new?
Which group, dear?
I mean, in which group you will post this picture? And
Not to worry. Whichever is this thing, I think you must be part of the group. If not, it will be included. Not to worry. So,
Okay.
how did you feel about this particular workshop? You can just post it to.
ma'am, can you please show
Can
the
you
whole picture?
shoot the Garbhagriha?
I'll be marking. I mean, I'll be.
Okay, dear. All right. Okay.
Now, what is that above axis? Monday.
Access Monday. Amalaka.
Amalaka.
Okay. I have posted in the chat box. So kindly click on the link and write what you really felt about the 3 sessions. Okay. And don't worry about the Dravidian style. I'll again be, posting about it. Okay. Northern style temples, architecture plan. This used to be the style. Oh, very nice. Who is this? Sheetal. Okay, very nice. So kindly fill in the feedback form, kids, so that we get to know how you felt about the session. If you want more, if there needs to be more sessions, I'll get to know about it.